Runway awareness. Okay.
Meters.
I love to fly up in the sky. Through the
Beyond
clouds
ATC.
I reach so high. Climbing up to touch the light. Adventure calls me day and night. The wind, it sings a melody, guiding where I long to be. I'll spread my wings and chase the sun. No limits when the dream's begun. The world below fades out of sight as I soar into the light. The stars above begin to shine, painting trails so bright and fine. Every turn brings something new, endless skies in brilliant blue. The wind, it sings a melody, guiding where I long to be. I'll spread my wings and chase the sun. No limits when the dream's begun. The world below fades out of sight as I soar into the light. I'll spread my wings and chase the sun. No limits when the drops begin. The world below fades out of sight as I soar into the light.
Hello people, we're back in the Glide Slope channel. Today's flight is actually a request from one of our trusted viewers, Trexie. He asked me to make this flight, so Trexie, here it is. Boa tarde, Inês, welcome. Here it is, the flight for you, Trex. Unfortunately, you don't seem to be currently online, but it's okay. You can watch it later if you are interested. This is a flight from Gran Canária to Manchester on board this FSLabs A321NEO in the Jet2 colors. And let's see if nothing beats a Jet2 holiday, if that's really a thing. Currently we are on the process of boarding, so we're about to. And so let's go back in and get that rolling. Of course, you guys all know the A321NEO from FSLabs. I've been avoiding it quite a bit in the last few weeks because currently the GSX integration is really bad. Rally? Yeah, era fixe. Podíamos ir lá no helicóptero fazer umas missões, não era? I was talking in Portuguese with my good friend Inês, suggested that we could have the Rally Championship in Portugal depicted in Microsoft Flight Simulator so we can fly there on a helicopter. That would be swell, but yeah. So let's get it on. Let's bring out, not the checklist, my bad, the briefing, that's what I wanted. Just making sure that we got the flight plan loaded. So Gran Canária to Manchester, that's exactly what we want. Just checking the flight level, 360, perfectly fine. Cost index 15. We got estimated takeoff weight of 79.6, pretty good. We got, well, fuel block 11.4 kilograms, 11 tons in this case. So let's get it on. Coisas piores em nisso. O joystick de voar helicóptero não é mau. So, just setting it up. Let's get this show on the road. This is already armed. We already have external power. Our fuel pumps are off. We got EFIS. Let's turn on the secondary MCDU, or McDo like the Brits call it. These are, oh, flaps shouldn't be down. They are. Let's bring it back up. Now this is correct. Let's open the door for now. There it is. Brilliant cockpit. I really like this deco. It's a new cabin, one of the newest cabins from Airbus. Alright, let's bring here the D80s. So 80s Foxtrot 1910 Zulu, just 6 minutes ago. Wind 0 to 0 at 14, so wind to 0, 14 knots. Visibility is 999, so that's KVOC. There's a few clouds scattered at 5,000 feet. Temperature is 20, dew point is 11, so no rain expected. QNH 1013 actually, it's quite the standard. Arrival and departure, runway 03, right. Left for arrival and right for departure. And this is the one we'll take probably. Transition 11, flight level 060, not received from information Fox and advise aircraft type on first contact. Alright, so let's just put here, as I usually do, set this up. I usually put transition altitude there so I remember, just in case I'm not given any departure altitude, which most likely we will not. Sim, Diniz, mas é uma questão de hábito. Qualquer joystick é prático para usar helicópteros. Mais difícil para aviões que tenham yoke. Mas o joystick com experiência, qualquer aeronave. Let's take a look at our tech log here. So no level 1 defect, which is good, but we got a level 2 here. So forward galley air vent in poor condition, replacement required, parts ordered, add 2 raised. So no big deal. This is not going to be something to clear us from flight. Well, there's no fault history here either. And this is the first time I'm flying this particular aircraft, so there's no registration here from previous flight. No registry from previous flights. Let's take a look at our charts here. Just making sure we got everything set up so we import the data. Or we should import it. Something's fishy here. Let me take a look. Navigraph, import. Do we have Navigraph at all? Doesn't look like Navigraph is loaded. I wonder why. I'm pretty sure this has nothing to it, but let me confirm here. Give me a second. I think Navigraph didn't load for some reason. At least not on this plane. Let me confirm here. Hobby, Simbrief. Yeah, we got Simbrief, but not Navigraph. Let me see if I remember what I can do here. So there's no options here. So Simbrief is loaded, it's just Navigraph that's not loaded. comando de virar a câmara do cockpit trocado e ainda não consegui repor. Fácil. Se os eixos estiverem invertidos, vens aqui a Settings, Controls, e vamos supor que tens, por exemplo, aqui um destes joysticks. Vens aqui, câmara, cockpit. Estás a ver qualquer uma destas, mas vamos supor que é aquela que tu queres, que é pan left and right. Onde é que está isso? Cockpit, look up, look left, não é isto. Tem que ser o eixo. Bom, tens que procurar para ver qual é o botão que tens. Mas, por exemplo, se for esta left and right, é só trocar. Se for um eixo, que era isso que eu queria ver. Ou um botão que faça os dois lados. Mas pronto, aqui já consegues ver que consegues trocar os lados. Mas mesmo que não esteja trocado, ou que seja que esteja invertido, se for um eixo, por exemplo, pode ser aqui este o X. Vamos imaginar, é melhor não pôr nenhuma tecla, senão vai-me destrambelhar tudo. Mas se fores aqui ver, depois aqui dentro tens uma coisa que é inverted. Estás a ver aqui? Se for um eixo, é só clicares aqui e invertes o eixo. Se for um botão, epá, tens que ver qual é o botão que está atribuído e trocar. Basicamente é isso. Mas pronto, se for uma coisa mais específica, se calhar não te consigo ajudar. Agora estou aqui com um stress qualquer porque não consigo... Não tenho Navigraph. Que é absurdo, porque eu tinha Navigraph. Vamos ver se eu fizer reset aqui ao tablet. Navigraph. Import. Ele simplesmente não está a importar os dados do Simbrief. Vamos lá ver se eu colocar aqui. So I was saying in Portuguese, Navigraph isn't loading, but here let's see loading Simbrief. Let GCLP. Let's see if I can get it to work at least. GC. Hello. GC. Usually don't need to do this, but Gran Canária. Do we have charts? Yes, we do. So it's just a matter of connection with Simbrief, but it is connected to Simbrief. So this one will be EGCC, and I'll alternate. It's a good question. I always have trouble seeing the alternate here. It's not something. So alternate is right here. So it's EGLL. So it's E-through, which is kind of odd. So keyboard EGLL done. Alright, so at least we got, couldn't import for some reason, but at least we got all that. So let me see if this is going to give us issues with the briefing. Yeah, it's going to give us some issues here. We're going to need to input this by hand, and it's probably not a problem. GCLP, but it's going to be a pain in the rear end. GCLP. So I'm going to go flags, NTI soft, config opt, air conditioning on. It's probably going to be 03, right? Cannot calculate. Alright, we'll go back here because we still need to, the same problem. We still need to fill the plane first. So first of all, let's see if GSX doesn't get, yeah, it's gonna be a mess. Alright, let's see. At least we can control it through here. So, oh, there's a hotfix. I don't care. Request boarding. Let's go spinter. The Jet2 is working. It wasn't working last time. Alright. So let's see if we can get it to work correctly today. So let's go here to our FMGC 16th of April, 13th of May. So it's, we're about to change ARAX, but still live. So let's go here to our Atsu AOC request initiation. LS432J. This is the Jet2 call sign at Lima Sierra 432 Juliet. So destination to Manchester, departure via Gran Canária. Let's go for the OFP data. Refuel instant. Send. And there it is, fueled. I'm gonna check, confirm the fuel in the moment. What's this? Oh, it's the music. Oh my god, I was listening to classic music. I was getting nuts. So let's bring out the sound here. Let's see if ACARS works for the 80s. We got it right here just in case to confirm everything. Boarding. We are already boarding, but still, let's go through the FMGC so it boards correctly. I believe GSX connects or should connect to Simbrief, get all the weights correctly, but who knows. Alright, looks like we are being loaded.
Passengers boarding started.
Passengers boarding as well. I really don't like this white and green colors. Looks like a certain football club I despise. But hey, at least they're loading my stuff. Alright, so... Oh, what was that? Oh, nice. She's got a British accent. Let's see if she says it again.
Hello.
Oh, nice. Very posh.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome on board.
Oh, there's Norm.
Place your large bags into
Norm
your
is,
wheels first.
Hello.
You keep your small items under the seat in front.
Norm is,
These include laptops, handbags,
an FS Labs
and loose items
guy
of
who
clothing.
works there.
Once you've
Really cool
safely
guy.
stored your bags,
So it's fun to hear his voice whenever I'm using their plane. So we got ACARS, probably the weather we requested just now, as well as the load sheet. So AOC uplink, this is Foxtrot coinciding with ours. Yeah, pretty much the same, and our initial preliminary load sheet. So now let's concentrate on requesting departure clearance. So performance request as well, QNH 1013, and TAT is 20.
Welcome on board.
Send. Oh, must have page 2. Optimal config. So not wet. Packs on. No, not packs on. Wind. Oh, wind is 0 to 0 at 14.
Boarding pass, please.
That's it. No, nothing else to insert. We don't know if it's runway 03, by the way, but it looks like it is. So let's see. Send. Still not sent. No NTIs, no packs. What am I missing? Oh,
Hello.
maybe this is it. No, because we probably need the estimated tow. So let's skip that because we don't really need that. We can insert that by hand. No issue. So let's request now the
Hello.
this is not what we want.
Hello.
because what we want is here. Pre-departure clearance. So we are at gate
Boarding pass
Tango
cleared.
08. And we are flight number. We need to be very careful with the flight number here, because I believe it's case sensitive, so if I miss a digit,
Good evening.
Echo X-ray Sierra 432J. Echo X-ray Sierra.
May I see your boarding pass?
432J. And before you give me
Welcome on board.
a hard time because I can't remember the flight number, I guarantee you that half of the pilots don't know the flight number, and they do have to go to their sheets to confirm it. So it's not like they're almighty. Alright, request was sent. Let's see if we get a reply, because if you guys remember in the last few flights, sometimes the reply doesn't come.
Hello.
Hello. How do you do?
Hello.
The procedure here is sent via data link. You don't receive the message via the
Good
DCDU.
evening.
That's another system. So we got a receive message, and there it is. Pre-departure clearance received.
Ladies and
So
gentlemen,
we are
welcome
cleared
on board.
to Manchester, runway 03 Romeo, departure via Vast BA. Initial climb 4,000 feet, squawk 6312. So it's it is here 4,000.
Once you have safely
And the
stowed your
squawk
cabin,
is
to help us ensure a prompt departure, we would kindly
6312.
enabling all remaining customers. Your seatbelt can now be fastened for departure.
6312 set. And let's go for Vast 8 Alpha via 03 Romeo. Let's accept this first.
Welcome
We
on
should
board.
be able to print this, but the printer doesn't work on this plane. It does work on any builds aircraft, which is a bummer that we don't have it here. Anyway, so again, Vast 8 Alpha via 03 Romeo. So let's go there.
This way, please.
And we should see Vast as one of the last ones. There it is, 8 Alpha.
Welcome on board.
And insert. So it appears that we do require
Boarding pass please.
this is odd. Is this correct? I need to see that chart. Vast 8 Alpha requires vectors.
Good evening.
Confirmed. Apparently it does. So let's see SID. Let's come down here.
This
Oops.
way, please.
I really hate this. Fast. Well, one of the doors have been closed. So 7 Bravo 8 Alpha. There it is. Vasto. I don't see vectoring here.
Good evening.
I wonder if there was an issue here. No, there it is. Vasto probably needs a transition.
Welcome on board.
03 right. Hello?
Hello.
Ah, what the heck? 03 right. Via Vast 8 Alpha.
Hello.
There is a discontinuity because it seems to require vectors. Should go directly to echoes.
Welcome on board.
At least that's what the chart says. Direct to echoes, then colon. For some reason it's inserting a discontinuity here. So might as well just clear the discontinuity or clear the manual procedure
Boarding pass, please.
and then clear the discontinuity. I don't know, maybe it's part of the charts, but it doesn't look right unless, well, we'll see. We got clearance via that specific, there it is. So we got clearance via that specific SID, and in the SID, the link, everything's linked unless there's a special procedure here. Oh, come on. And there's, oh my god. Stop!
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome on board. Please place your large bags into the overhead locker, wheels first, and keep your small items under the seat in front.
Climb on the runway, heading to Echoes. Turn left in VMC, then to Echoes. Oh, that's why. So there's a slight precision on initial climb if we are in VMC. So maybe that's the reason why it tells us to. It tells us to expect vectors. So Vasto 8 Alpha on 03 Romeo, and here from Echoes via Islet to Cologne, turn right, intercept GDV Romeo 038 via Laris and Sarai to Vasto. So this is quite the thing here apparently. Echoes, time to Cologne. Well, I think the plane is capable of doing this on its own, but still. Alright, so we got everything in. We're just waiting for the passengers to be loaded. I'm gonna pick up my checklists here. Here we go. We already ran the cockpit pre-flight. Let's go with the cockpit preparation. And for that, we got battery 1 and 2, external power, cockpit lights as required. APU fire test. Let's go make some noise. There it is. Master warning, APU fire and lower ACAM stats. Okay. So this one should be on already. ADRs 1, 2, 3 set, external lights wing and nav logo set. No smoking portable devices, annunciator lights, let's not do that. APU available, APU bleed, its APU is not available yet. AC temperatures as required, ECAM page set to electrical, let's test the batteries. So battery 1, battery 2, turn off battery 1, whoops. Battery off. Battery back on, battery's on. Now for battery 2, battery's off, and back on. Done. We got a new company message. We can read them right here. We don't need to go to that. So this is the final load sheet. We got zero fuel weight 28.6 Mach. That's the one this is the one for takeoff 27.1. Fueling tanks 11.5. So now we're going to go here to performance. First of all, let's go to initiation, page 2, and let's set our weight and balance. So current, all passengers came in, so 188 passengers. So we got zero fuel weight at 68.6. And we got our zero fuel weight for takeoff 28.6. Our block fuel as planned is 11.5. And that's it. Let's see what we got in terms of time. So now we're going to go to performance and we're going to calculate our takeoff performance. So now we can sync with the plane. Now it is tow, Mach tow. So takeoff weight is 79.7. That's about it. So it should be like 68.6 plus 11.5. And our Mach tow is 28.18. So it's kind of low. But this is a zero fuel, so that's the CG with full weight, takeoff weight. Let's calculate again. 0 to your right, full length. There is V1 153, VR 156, V2 156. We got takeoff. We got tail 79.7. That's fine. We got conflict flaps 2, 01 up for the stab trim, flex 56. We got acceleration altitude at 1,069 feet. So let's carry on with our preparation. Flight directors on, QNH 1013. MCDU data has been set. Let's just go for the performance now. Uplink takeoff data 152, 156, 156, flaps 2, 0.1 up, trim, flex 56, done. Squawk has been set, 6312, and we're good to go. So let's start our APU. 1, 2, 3. Let's tune in our ground and wait till we got everything set up. We can call GSX and tell them to prepare the plane for push and start. And to do that, apparently you just flip the switch here. And I think that's enough to make things go. No. So, takeoff data uplink. Let's go here to MCDU, A2, AOC, departure, pushback, and now let's request push and start.
Chanix 432 Juliet at Gate Tango 8, request pushback.
Chanix 432 Juliet, Gran Canária ground, pushback approved. Face north.
Pushback approved, face north, Chanix 432 Juliet.
Alright, so this is the one. Push now. Nothing seems to happen. Again, push now. Yeah. This isn't working, so let's go for beacon. We got planes already, external power off. Let's go to ground connections and do it manually, as we usually do. Oh, the chocks were set off. Services. Oh my, not again. Prepare for push and departure. There it is.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
So this integration is a start checklist. MCD weights inserted. MCD takeoff performance step and check V-speeds. 153 V1, VR is 156, V2 is 156. APU bleed is on, external power off, seatbelt signs are on, and air conditioning is on. We're just waiting for them to begin the push. Regardless of what we picked earlier, we may need to select again. Oh my god. Why is it keep asking me for the freaking hotfix? Why? I already said I didn't want it. And I did update GSX before I started the stream, so not sure. Hello, Drexy. Yeah, no worries, buddy. How do you? There's no sound? Why does it keep asking me? Oh, there is sound. Something on your side. Probably Draxing. So, they told us to face north, yeah. So, face north.
Release parking brake.
Parking brake released.
Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at wing.
Starting number 1. Here we go. I'm gonna turn on my track IR, by the way. There it is. Betsy isn't with us today, which is unfortunate. But she'll be back some other time, don't worry.
My name is Norman. It's my pleasure to introduce the rest of the crew today. Working with the front, we have Tim in the center, very shortly is Carl, and up
Here comes the engine. So this is our departure here. Spin it. Taxi. Airport. Pin it. Start number 2.
Ladies and gentlemen, we now ask for your attention while we take you through the safety procedures on this aircraft. A safety card is in your seat pocket, showing the
That's right, the door is open.
life jackets, and brace position that you must.
So Norm is quite loud today. Starting number 2. Ah, the freaking pumps. I keep forgetting these. Every single Airbus start. Auto brake set max. This can be set. We're gonna set flaps 2 for takeoff. Here comes number 2. Let's go to connections, services. Oh my god.
Cockpit to ground. We have a good engine start.
Good engine start. You can disconnect. Alright, APU, after start checklist, APU bleed, APU master switch, and NTI. So NTI is not required. So let's just turn off APU. Flight controls check, full deflection left, neutral, full deflection right, neutral, full pitch up, neutral, full pitch down. Neutral. Full rudder left, neutral. Full rudder right, neutral. Speed brakes out and back up. Done. Flight controls checked. Pitch trim set 0.1. It's 0.2. 0.1 up set. Rudder trim 0. Press reset. Steering pin has been removed. And NTI is not required. Auto brake set max. Done. Alright, we're good to go. Let's request taxi.
Janex 432 Juliet, request taxi to the active.
Janex 432 Juliet, taxi via Romeo 12 Golf Sierra 3 Golf short of runway 03 right.
Taxi via Romeo 12 Golf, Sierra 3 holding short of runway 03 right, Janex 432 Juliet.
Okay, break off. Let's go. So So they're telling us to go via Romeo 12. So Romeo 12, this is 11, Romeo 12, this is where we are. Then Golf, then hold short of Sierra 3. He wants us to cross here. And hold short of runway. Oh, because we're probably gonna transit to the other side, alright. Not a very conventional taxi, but okay. I've seen worse. It's actually pretty confusing because it's not telling me to hold on 03 left, only 03 right. Hold short of, so I can cross 03 left. Alright. So we need to go all the way to the bottom, to Golf right here, and then turn right over there. Lots of windmills. That's something in Gran Canária. We saw that when we were arriving. We will certainly see that on departure as well. Strobe set auto. Yeah, just checking. Alright, still no taxiway to the right, so we need to go all the way down to the aprons, connecting to I think 03 right, left, and 21 right are active on this airport. Not sure. Doesn't look like it. I think the runway's too close to the terminal. It's not. That's why it's not used, probably. Oh boy, I keep forgetting this. I actually have a penciled-in procedure before takeoff to press that button exclusively on this airplane because it's the only one that has this little hiccup. Right, now let's go forth and then pick this lane here. So there should be a holding point here for 21 Romeo.
Approaching 21 right.
Yeah, this is the one, but it told me just to cross. Maybe the runway isn't active, not sure. And now we are to hold short here. And runway 03 right. Is it going to tell me to backtrack? I think it is.
Channels 432 Juliet via Romeo 13 cross runway 03 right. Taxi via hold short of runway 03 right.
Alright.
Via Romeo 13 cross runway 03 right, taxi via holding short of runway 03 right, Channels 432
Approaching
Juliet.
runways.
Channels 432 Juliet via Romeo 13 cross runway 03 right. Taxi to holding point Romeo 13 runway 03 right.
Alright.
Sierra 6 Alpha Romeo 13.
Alright.
I Romeo 13 cross runway 03 right, taxi to holding point Romeo 13 runway 03 right, via Sierra 6 Alpha, Romeo 13 Channels 432 Juliet.
So carry on taxiing. Well, wait.
On runway 21 left.
I'm backtracking the runway. Man, this is weird. carry on. I'm following the procedure here. Is just that I think I should be going on that lane there, not here, that taxiway. At least there's that plane's landing on the other runway, not mine. There could be something wrong with this airport on Flight Simulator 2024. It's quite possible. Well, while we're at it, let's go for the let's prepare for departure. So weather radar, let's turn it on. Predictive wind shear. Takeoff config, no blue. Oh yeah, I'm looking at the Beyond ATC map, and there's definitely a few things wrong with this airport here. So Beyond ATC is having trouble recognizing what's a runway and what's a taxiway. So that's why we're taxiing on the runway right now. My apologies. I've not noticed this when we landed, to be honest. Not sure what happened here. But worry not, we'll still depart. We'll still go to Manchester, Trexie, don't worry. Yeah, this plane sounds really good.
Chanex 432 Juliet, contact Gran Canaria Tower 118.3.
There's a plane coming.
Over to Tower 118.3, Chanex 432 Juliet.
So we literally backtracked all this, and we had all these available taxiways to do this, but still. Alright, don't worry.
30 meters remaining.
I know.
Chanex 432
On
Juliet,
runway
holding short,
03 right.
Chanex 432 Juliet, Gran Canaria Tower, wind 020 degrees, 13 knots, fly
On runway 03 right.
Clear for
Fly runway
takeoff.
heading, runway 03 right, cleared for takeoff.
Oh,
Chanex
so runway
432
heading.
Juliet.
Alright. Let me set that up before I do anything wrong. So 22 right, 22, 022. Here we go. Toga set, flex 56 SRS heading. So indeed we need vectors to depart.
Chanex 7 Lima X-ray,
100.
Gran Canaria Tower, wind 020 degrees, 13 knots, runway 03 left, clear to land.
Runway 03 left, clear to land. Chanex 7 Lima X-ray.
V1, rotate. Positive rate, gear up.
Chanex 432 Juliet, reset transponder. Squawk 6312.
My God, you're right.
Chanex 432 Juliet.
Chanex 432 Juliet, contact Gran Canaria, departure 124.3.
Contact Gran Canaria departure 124.3, Chanex 432 Juliet. Gran Canaria departure.
Speed check,
Chanex
flaps 1.
432 Juliet, 1,600 feet.
Chanex 432 Juliet, Gran Canaria departure identified. Clear direct takeoff, resume the path to 8 Alpha. Climb to flight level 180.
Clear direct takeoff,
Speed check flaps up. Autopilot 1. After takeoff checklist. Takeoff checklist complete. Let's go outside. Say goodbye to Gran Canária, Drexy. Nah, it wasn't landing, it was landing on 03 left. Whoops, there's something wrong with the auto throttle. Give me a moment. Why is that? Why is the auto throttle disconnecting? Going into soup. These screens are a little too bright. Set standard, then cross-checked. Done. The soup. So we are currently flying here to Cologne, right here, and then all the way to Laris. Weather looks worse than it actually is. It's pretty smooth. Only 7 knots, nothing serious. Some wisps of clouds in the horizon. Forgot to launch the chrono, as usual. Passing 10,000 feet, external lights off. So the radar is set to manual. Should be set to auto. Why that switch is flipped, I don't know. So, Service Update 5 from Microsoft Flight Simulator introduced tilting for the radars, but most likely no aircraft for now will have tilting until they figured out how to implement that on their planes. So, this little knob here is probably never going to work until they come up with a way to implement tilting. Well, you can predict what's gonna happen now, except for the fact that my taxiways are all screwed up. You probably won't backtrack on the runway for sure, but other than that, yeah. And I don't know if you're gonna take this particular plane. This is the Golf Sierra Uniform November uniform, the Sunu, and it's the silver Jet2. I like this paint job. There is the Gran Canária right there being left behind. And it also might be the case you might not take the A321NEO Drexy. Might be the 320 or even the 737. I don't know if Jet2 still flies 737s. Might not be the silver bullet.
432 Juliet, contact Canary Center 119.3.
Contact Canary Center 119.3, Chanix 432 Juliet. Canary Center, Chanix 432 Juliet, through flight level 154 for flight level 180.
Chanix 432 Juliet, Canary Center, good evening, radar contacts, climb to flight level 360.
Climb to flight level 360, Chanix 432 Juliet.
Let's go managed. Yeah, it got out of managed climb because of the auto throttle disconnect. So this is too bright, but not this. Maybe it's the integrated lights that are too bright. Yeah, how do I reduce these lights here? They're very bright. There's no way to do it, unless you need to reduce the integrated lights, but if you do that, you also lose the other integrated lights. I don't want to do that. You can also add a little floodlight here to the pedestal. No Betsy, but we can move our chair for fun. She won't like that. Oh, hello. Is this new? I don't remember this being an option. Maybe it was. Maybe I just didn't. I know the Phoenix you can move, and you can lower this upper cushion to access the circuit breakers. I didn't know you could just move these to the position. I flew on this jump seat, let me tell you, it's freaking uncomfortable. It's not a comfortable seat. I don't think it's designed to be comfortable. I think it's just you know, a resource for guests or check rides, you know, examiners or something. It's not supposed to be like as comfortable as the pilot seats themselves, but this is absolutely uncomfortable. Sunset, that's the time of day we keep catching, right? So we've been through the climb checklist, battle transition to flight level at 10,000 feet. So we set our barometer, our altimeter setting to standard. We didn't have anti-ice on departure, so no anti-ice required to disconnect or release. EFIs, we just controlling the distances here, really not much to it. And above 10,000 feet, we turn off the landing lights, and according to the manual, also turn off the wing lights, but let's leave them on. I think the idea to turn these on and off is just to, during departure and takeoff, is just to make sure that there's good visibility for the engines and ice formation over the wings, and after that in flight that light's not needed. But at the same time, I can't help but think that passengers looking outside and they see nothing. Betsy could be massaging the chair. Could be. She's a sneaky one. So there could be a chance you could fly the 737, not the 330. I don't think you'll fly the 330 to this destination. But if not the 737, certainly the 321. Do they have CEOs or just NEOs? This is a NEO, so they definitely have a NEO. So we are coming up on the last point here, which is actually we passed a little bit. We need Sarai and Vasto. So there's Sarai, and then there's Vasto. So after this, we're on our own. update your cabin or your possible cabin. Let's go back here while we are climbing. Let's meet the A321 cabin from Jet2. Single class, I hate this, but it is right. It is the low-cost fare cabin, single class. I mean, there's this divider, but I don't think it's ever used because there's no difference unless you got economy and premium economy. Could be, but yeah, look at that. No screens. Very boring flight, I suppose, with this type of cabin, and everybody's just packed. It's a full flight, but there's still some available seats. This guy's lucky. Look at that. Why don't you go scoop to the window side, huh? You don't like it? Oh, this is something curious. If you ever sit by the emergency exit, so there are probably on the A321 there are two of these. There's one, there's two, and notice that the blinders on every single normal passenger seat comes from the top, but on the emergency exits they come from the bottom. Why? Well, because the opening mechanism is on top, and it's actually explained here. So you need to pull this entire flap here, and there's a lever inside that you need to pull, and this door will open like this, so like a pivoted door out to the outside. Previously, emergency exits like this door were completely detached. That's changing with modern planes, because you know, an entire door detached from the fuselage is a bit of an hazard. Might damage the wing. You don't know what to do with it other than just pull it on board, and people might trip over it. So having a door that will just flip open and stay there, it's quite good, isn't it, sir? What do you think, sir? Not much of it. Must be Betsy's cousin or something. Yeah, the cabin looks really cool. I'm not entirely sure if you can control the lighting. I don't think you can. Some planes you can, some planes you cannot. FS Labs, I talked to the guys at FSL and asked them, why don't you guys update your cabin interaction to have like opening bins, operational loos, you know, stuff like that that just creates the immersion. And there's an apparent limitation right now because this plane is also developed for MFS 2020, and so because of that simulator they can't really implement all those modern interactions, and that's a shame. So no cabin interaction here, just a big Jet2 logo. This little box here should blink red if the cabin's pressurized. Currently it is not, and you cannot interact with the door. And why is it in Spanish? Abierta. I know we came from a Spanish airport, but this is a British low-cost airline. It should be just English, right? You would think. I wonder if they're all bilingual to Spanish. If anybody flies on Jet2, tell me, is this normal? English and Spanish. And of course, the ever so important coffee machine. Every flight, every aircraft needs a coffee machine. Doesn't matter if you're flying a modern A321NEO or the L1011. There's always a coffee machine. Oh, and the loo is not interactive. It's not even there. It's just a big blank space. Alright. Bye, guys. Ah, nice. What is this circuit breakers for? Ah, these are for the galley. These are for the galley, I think. Or is it? They're in a very specific location. It looks like something for the galley, right? Armor door, little peephole there. There's a secret little panel here that can be removed in case you need to escape from the cockpit and you are unable to go through the window, or you can't, or you won't. Small little microphone, probably for the jump seater. The almighty axe, right there. It's called a crash axe because you're not supposed to touch it unless you need to like carve through the fuselage. Alright, so there's the discontinuity out of Vasto, and I think we were cleared to proceed, right?
Annex 25 uniform, contact Gran Canária, approach 121.
Oh, I'll just remove the discontinuity.
Approach 121.3, Annex 25 uniform.
We'll see. If they give us headings, we'll go through headings. Let's go back here to VFF. So, as you can see, Vasto is the last waypoint. Fortunately, we do not have the flight following chart, as you will see in a moment. Always having this problem. Oh, yes we do. Nice. So it did load the plan, it's just not loading the charts. So here we are. And these are all the planes around us. No weather today, significant weather today, so should be a walk in the park. We will time accelerate in a moment. We'll actually accelerate, we'll make a jump ahead. You think it's both?
Ryan S72 November Alpha, contact Navigraph Castle Atlanta radar 125.1.
Center on 125.1 minus 17 November Alpha.
There's a Ryanair up ahead. There's also a Transavia. All these flights are either going to the Canary, so Gran Canária or Tenerife. These are all paradise islands for vacation. And the British love both the Canary Islands and Madeira. Why don't you go to Madeira, Drexy? Why did you choose Gran Canária? I'm curious. I think the prices are the same. Why people choose the Gran Canária? Is it because it has more islands? I think Madeira is a much prettier destination, but it's just me. That I'm Portuguese, I have to like my own stuff, right? So originally this flight would take about 4 hours, but we'll jump ahead, of course, so it will be much reduced. Nah, it's alright, Trexie. Probably your parents picked it there. Yeah, it's alright. It's a good destination. I'm just saying that. I'm just curious about why would you choose one and not the other. That's all. Just curiosity. It's not like one's better. It's just different destinations. So we got 1,000 feet to go to our top of climb or cruise, and we got a company message here. Let's read what they want from us. This is needs to be a little less bright, but not too much. So there's a message here. So there's a significant meteorology valid. So in Madrid FIR. So we'll skim it. We'll not go through Madrid at all. So it's nice to know that. But as you can see, there's a SIGMET. Embedded thunderstorm over Madrid. Well, to the east of Madrid. East and northeast of Madrid. We'll skim right through it. Not even skim, we'll be far, far away from it. No problem for us. There's no clouds, so it's just a thunderstorm, just no rain. At least not depicted here. There's another one here. And yet another one. All these are thunderstorms. But we'll not go even near that. In fact, it's all smooth sailing to the UK. Still don't have the connected our flight plan through a star, but we will in a moment. So for now, just enjoy the flight. We will make a jump ahead a little bit higher. Oh, in fact, we are already in cruise. Flight level 360. We can turn off our seatbelt signs. We should have turned them off earlier. There we go. So, sun setting. No Betsy. I think right now only the FS Labs aircraft doesn't have Betsy. They don't model the co-pilot. I think it's the only one. And again, the reason why it's not here is because this plane has been a parallel developed for MFS 2020, and in 2020 they didn't have the co-pilot feature, so that's why it's not there. I sincerely hope one day FS Labs realizes that they need to make their plane native and really skip on developing for 2020.
Contact Tenerife South approach 127.7.
Alright, let's consult our flight plan here and let's see where we can jump ahead. So you know, this plane has a feature called jump ahead. We can really skip a huge chunk of flying on our flight plan, and we can just pick a waypoint. So what I'm going to do is
contact Gran Canária approach 121.3.
Contact Gran Canária approach 121.3.
So we are currently still in Spanish airspace, and if we don't jump, if we don't jump before this point here, we will enter Portugal's airspace, then we'll go back to Spanish airspace, then French airspace, and then next to it will be London. So I think I'm going to skip in the entirety of Portugal, probably the second Spanish airspace, and I think I'm going to pick one of these points here. I just need to know which one of these are before the top of descent. And we've done this on the TOLIS A340-600, and we do need to go into the charts and look at it, but on this plane there's a cool feature here because we can make the jump ahead right here, but we can pick a waypoint and it will tell us which one is before the descent. So let's say Mako, see, flight level 160, so that's already beyond the top of descent. So this one, E-base, is not, and ACOP, it's already after top of descent. So we can come here to E-base and see that it's flight level 360. But I'm not going to pick that one. I'm going to pick this one before that. That's at 2304. So that's about 3 hours and 20 minutes ahead. Actually, 2 hours and 40 minutes ahead. So maybe it's too far. Let's see this E-base. Let's consult our flight plan, see where that E-base is. So E-base, and then it's 4 nautical miles before the top of descent. So yeah, definitely Tojak. And the great thing about this jump ahead feature is it works a lot better than TOLIS's, because the plane doesn't get as lost as it does with TOLIS. So again, not this one, Tojak, E-base. So Tojak will be the one right here. So get ready to make the jump. Let's just wait for it to stabilize on after this small turn here. Oh, they're gonna skip. They're gonna send us to Casablanca first.
Bye bye. Navigraph Casablanca Radar, Chanix 432 Juliet.
Oh yeah, there's the boundary. I didn't see the boundary. I thought we would be remaining. Makes sense.
Juliet, Navigraph Casablanca Radar identified. Ryanair 5394, Navigraph Casablanca
Oldham.
Radar.
You live in Oldham. Nice.
Runway 01.
Just make sure you don't point out your house. For obvious reasons. Alright, get ready. Jump ahead, confirm jump, and blammo. There we are. Nice warp speed. Plane's frozen, stabilized. Perfect. And see, we just...
Traffic.
Wow, this is the downside of it. We just skipped 3 hours of flight. How about that? So now we're going to pick up our weather and let's prep our approach. So let's go here to flight plan. Pick up our...
Chanix 432 Juliet. Contact London Control 118.775.
Centre on 118.775, Chanix 432 Juliet.
Ryanair 18 Foxtrot Hotel, London.
So we're expecting runway 22 right via Axi 5 Mike, 51 Mike.
Ryanair 18 Foxtrot Hotel.
London Control, Chanix 432 Juliet, flight level 360.
Chanix 432 Juliet, London Control, identified.
Probably have a VIA, no VIA, alright, nice.
ED6 Charlie Romeo, London Control.
Now let's go to the performance, next phase. Let's get our weather here.
ED6 Charlie Romeo. Ryanair 21 Juliet, Quebec. Contact.
So you see why you should teleport to too close to the top of the descent, because you need to input all this data.
ED63 Charlie Romeo, Aston 1 Golf, runway 23.
Alright, here we go. For Manchester, weather is VFR. We got automated, I don't like this, but still.
1015,
1015.
ED63 Charlie Romeo.
Temperature is 12.
Charlie Romeo. Contact Glasgow approach 128.755.
And wind is 14082.
Glasgow approach 128.755. ED63 Charlie Romeo.
So we're gonna land with config 3.
Contact Manchester Director 121.355. Contact Manchester Director 121.355.
And we're gonna get our performance for landing
Blue Max
here.
7 Mike, settle 1 Mike, runway 23 right. Report ready for descent. Settle 1 Mike, runway 23 right.
NTI is not required, reverse all.
Blue Max 7 Mike, descend to flight level 070.
And air conditioning on.
070, Blue Max 7 Mike.
So let's calculate.
Blue Max 7 Mike, contact Manchester Director 121.355.
So runway 23 right.
Manchester Director 121.355, Blue Max 7 Mike.
So VAP is 147.
Dublin Falmer, runway 28 left. Report ready for descent. Dublin Falmer, runway 28 left.
And let's
ready for descent. Ryanair 18 Foxtrot Hotel. Ryanair 18 Foxtrot
Navigraph
Hotel.
chart.
Descent to flight level 160. Descent to flight level 160. Ryanair 18 Foxtrot
Manchester,
Hotel.
Sid.
ED18 Uniform Juliet, London Control. Expect Silver 1 November.
Which one
Runway
did
07.
we
Expect
get?
Silver 1 November. Runway 07. ED18 Uniform Juliet.
So XC1 Mike.
ED18 Uniform Juliet. Turn right, heading 305. Climb to
1
flight
Mike or
level
1 Sierra?
330.
1 Mike.
Turn right, heading 305. Climb to flight level 330. ED18 Uniform Juliet.
Where's 1 Mike? Sid. 1 Zulu. 1 Yankee. 1 Zulu. There's no such thing as 1 Mike.
Shamrock 4 Golf Juliet. Contact Dublin approach 121.1.
Star. What am I doing?
Contact Dublin approach 121.1. Shamrock 4 Golf
So
Juliet.
it's 1 Mike. This is the one.
432 Juliet, London Control. Expect access 1 Mike. Runway 23 right.
That's it. So let's see the pins here. Alright, so nice approach. approach towards this VOR.
London Control. Expect access 1 Mike.
Yep,
1123 right.
that's the one. Except.
Expect access 1 Mike. 1123 right, Chanix 432 Juliet.
So let's go to ILS.
Easy 3478. Contact Liverpool approach on 19.855. Contact Liverpool approach on 19.855.
Making the decision right here. Config 3, VAP is 145. Good to know. We already did insert the destination data. So it's saying that EFOB is below, but it needs to recalculate because we just inserted our landing data. Coming up on our top of descent, we'll call it ready to descend in a moment. This is our porch plate.
London Control, Shamrock 56 Victor, good evening, flight level 345.
Shamrock 56 Victor, London Control, radar contact, continue climb.
It's a bit cloudy to see your house here. Sorry, Trexie. But pay attention, maybe you can see it. I can go to belly cam. It's not called belly cam. What's it
London
called?
Control, Brian Air 75 Yankee Alpha, descending via blimp Lima, flight level 330.
Gear. I need to rename this.
75 Yankee Alpha, London Control, identified.
And there it is. I need to rename this to belly. Yes. Alright. And
Easy 2862, contact Bristol
now we'll
approach
have belly
136.08. Contact Bristol approach 136.08, easy 2862.
maybe you can see our
Lufthansa 8321, contact
You can see your house.
121.1.
no promises though. So our wing tanks are below 3,000 kilograms. This is just a warning.
73 Papa Victor, contact double approach 121.1.
We got expected fuel on board 2.3. We should have something like 3.0.
Chemex 432 Juliet, access 1 Mike, 1 with 23 right. Report ready for descent.
Alright, baby. Listen.
Access 1 Mike. 1123 right, ready for descent. Chanix 432 Juliet.
Chemex 432 Juliet, descend to flight level 200.
Descend to flight level 200. Chanix 432 Juliet.
There we go, man, descent.
Galileo 5471, contact Dublin approach 121.1. Contact Dublin approach 121.
Send checklist, MCD landing performance review, TCAS below.
Shamrock 56 Victor, London Control. Expect factory for Lima, runway 28 left.
Expect factory for Lima, runway 28 left.
Navigraph says reviewed, NTI is not required. Seatbelt signs are on.
Descend to flight level 100. Descend to flight level 100.
Send checklist above the line complete. Let's go outside just to appreciate this fine looking aircraft. A little dark tonight, no moon, so apologies for that. So you see why I keep my wing lights on, just to have this little glimpse of an airplane shape, especially when looking through the windows. I suppose passengers like to see this stuff. Maybe you can recognize where we're going through now, Drexy. I think we're a bit far from Manchester just now, but still. This is southern England. I'll tell exactly where we are. So we are right here. So let's maybe put a VFR chart.
Ryanair 733 Hotel, flight level 359er. Ryanair 733 Hotel, London Control.
It's even worse now. This implementation is not good.
Easy 58 Tango Bravo, contact Manchester Director 12
It's completely broken, but this is just
Director 12.35.
there it is, it's back. Alright. So we are
18 Uniform Juliet, contact
not
London
again.
Control 118.475. Contact London Control 118.475, Easy 18 Uniform Juliet. Shamrock 56 Victor, Battery 4 Lamar, runway 28 left. Report ready for descent.
Battery 4 Lamar, runway 28 left, ready for descent. Shamrock 56 Victor.
Yeah,
Shamrock 56
sorry
Victor,
about that.
descent
There's
to
no
flight level
VFR chart,
190.
but you can get an idea where we are right now.
Shamrock 56 Victor.
And we are descending. Maybe if I open the Flightsim's own map. Maybe it's better for you to understand where we are.
Causeway 02 Golf, turn left, heading 325, vectors for the approach. Turn left, heading
So this is
325,
Manchester
Causeway
right
02
here.
Golf.
This is us.
Easy 3 Kilo Alpha,
Bit
weather
far
vectors,
away.
ILS runway 25. Report ready for descent.
Radar vectors, ILS runway 25, ready for descent, Easy 83 Kilo Alpha.
Easy
Not
83
long
Kilo
now
Alpha,
for the
Aldegrave Airport landing runway 25.
to land.
Aldegrave Airport, landing runway 25, Easy 83 Kilo Alpha.
So the reason why we're below 3,000 kilograms on the arrival may be due to winds, but I've noticed that Simbrief tends to underfill these FSL A321NEOs for some reason.
Expect to blend Fulmer, runway 28 left, Ryanair 8 Romeo X-ray. Easy 3 Kilo Alpha, descend to flight level 200.
Descent to flight level 200, Easy 83 Kilo Alpha.
World Express 427 Heavy, contact East Midlands, approach 124.18.
So I apologize for the poor quality on this map. It's not supposed to look like this, not at all.
Easy 3 Kilo Alpha, turn right, heading 345, vectors for the approach.
Turn right, heading 345, Easy 83 Kilo
Daylight,
Alpha.
nighttime, but now it's all faded. Looks weird. So expecting runway 23 Romeo for the ILS approach. Actually, we're in the right place. And it's really standard ILS approach, 3 degrees now. We should go to 3,500 feet until we are 10 nautical miles from the runway. For DME 10, somewhere over here, we should be heading 231 degrees, and that's it. As for the missed approach procedure, climb to flight to 3,500 feet straight ahead until passing 750 feet, or DME 0 to INN. So INN is this one right here. So this is the identifier for runway 322 right, INN. This is our ILS frequency, 109.5. This is our Morse code, 2 dots, line dot, line dot. We can actually hear this, although I would bore you to doing that. So straight ahead until passing 750 feet, or DME 0 INN inbound, whichever is later. Then turn right onto track 355 degrees, then as directed. Maximum 230 knots. For separation from departing traffic, expedite climb through 5 to 750 feet before commencing right turn onto 355. So in order to do this 355 right turn, we need to be at least at 750 feet, climbing towards 3,500. In case of radio communication failure, see airport briefing pages. So there are some pages here regarding that. let's not go into that. Right. So, pretty standard. This is our decision height, 449 feet. These are all the relevant frequencies, the 80s. So this is the digital 80s, Manchester radar, Manchester director, Manchester tower, ground, and then these are the radio frequencies. So this is ILS again, 109.5, final approach course 231, at 10 nautical miles, recommended is 3,500. You see here it says recommended because you can make your approach below this. Just try to avoid to be above this. Decision height again, this is barometric 449 feet, and this is radar 200 feet, as pretty standard for all airports. Airport elevation is 257 feet and the runway elevation is 249 feet. So the airport, usually where the tower is a little higher than the runway itself. No big deal. As for the other data here, so this is the same decision height for all classes. So A, B, C, and D. There are more classes than these, but categories, this is categories. But ours is class C, and we're right in here. It only changes when you need to make a circle to land, which is a very specific procedure where you use an ILS and then turn to the other opposite runway. And for that, you do need to check your class. So ours is class C. We have a maximum of 180 knots, and our decision height now is 1,000.
Cross axis at flight level 200, then descend to flight level 070, Chanix 432.
What was that? I never had this kind of procedure. So we need to be at 20,000 feet at axis. This is what we're accomplishing. And then we'll continue descending to 7,000. All right. So let's set it up here. The plane will not overshoot this. It will remain at 2,000 before reaching axis, and then after axis, and it's constrained, it will continue to descend. But we are clear to do that. It's just unusual. I don't really usually see this. That's why I was looking into it. There's another discontinuity here, probably because after Mersey we need to make something. So let's take a look again at our approach. So there it is, axis. So after Mersey, right there, there's a discontinuity, so there's nothing here. Either because, and there's no transition on our FMC, our MCDU, so we'll probably get vectors for the ILS. You can see here, there's nothing, this is continuity here. Or we could just fly straight to this steer point, which is CF23. This is our center line, initial point, if you want, for the approach, but let's not do that. That's going to be a very weird turn.
Shamrock 56 Victor, descend to flight level 070.
Descend to flight level 070, Shamrock 56.
So we are on the managed descent, optimum descent. The plane is struggling a little bit to remain within the speed brackets, but it can float up and down around this 270 indicator. But I would still prefer the plane to make turns to decelerate to 270. As you can see, we are at 42N1. It could clearly descend a little less fast, but it's calculating angle, descent angle, and speed at the same time. So we pass axis, so the constraint was removed. We'll carry on descending.
London Control, Chanix 156, flight level 3.
We are cleared for 7,000 feet.
Chanix 156.
Or 070 because it's above transition. Right about now is a good time to remind you guys, if you like what you see, please subscribe. Also leave a like on the video, really helps. And there's a link in the description for the Buy Me a Coffee page. just in case you're feeling generous. Every money that you send to me is reinvested into new add-ons. There's also a subscription mode. This channel currently isn't monetized by YouTube.
Descend to 10,000 feet. Ryan 8 Romeo X-ray.
So any help is very much welcome.
Contact Shannon Control 132.15.
Contact Shannon Control 132.15, Ryanair 990 kilo.
Ryanair going to Shannon.
Shannon 4 Golf Charlie. Contact East Midlands, approach 134.18. Contact East Midlands, approach
Company Shannex is going to East Midlands. There are a couple of planes to our left. Let's see if we can see them. They're quite far, but still, maybe we can see they're blinking in the horizon. Definitely not. They're about 30 miles away.
Ryan 8 Romeo X-ray, cross it, come at above flight level 090, then descend to flight level 070. Cross it, come at above flight level 090, then descend to flight level 070. Ryan 8
so we are currently at Morty.
Shamrock 56 Victor, contact Shannon Control 132.15. Center on 132.15.
Going to Wrexham.
Victor, good day.
So we are right here, mounted to Wrexham. Then straight to the Wallasey VOR, and then right to Mersey. And this is probably when we're gonna get radar vectors. We are about to reach 7,000 feet before Mersey. Mercy. So there's an aircraft right there. And two to our left. Can't really see any blinking lights. It's always good to keep an eye out, just in case. Oh, there's one, I think. No, that's not it. Oh well. So the FSL A321NEO is a great plane. It's unfortunately a little plagued at the moment because of its GSX integration is not that good. It's also having some performance issues. It's still a very heavy aircraft for some people. And when I look back, sometimes I get this hiccup looking back. That's because of the cabin and because of the seated passengers. There's some issues with GSX, to be sure. So it seems that ATC was able to squeeze us between these two aircraft, which is good.
Line 8 Romeo X-ray, cross flight level 070.
Let's not speak too soon, because GSX, beyond ATC is known to commit errors with traffic.
Then descend to 3,000 feet, QNH1011, Ryan 8 Romeo X-ray.
So well VOR right at our 12 o'clock.
Contact up and approach 121.198 Romeo X-ray.
You can actually turn these way down because they're not used currently. These are only used on this plane, on FS Labs. They're only used for CPDLC, not PDC. So PDC is requested via AOC, and PDLC is used by a different system, data link via ICARS, different system. So DCDU is not used for AOC contacts communication. That's been told by FS Labs guys themselves, so not making this up. Actually, a new plane just showed up, so there was one here. Suddenly it's all the way above, up front. We're about 10% off the flight. We're about to bring Drexy back home. I look at all those windmills. So, look at that. It's both crazy and amazing at the same time. all these windmills at the coast of England, and there's more on the other side of the coast. I don't know if England is the biggest windmilling country here, if you could call it that. I'm not sure, Drexy. Wrexham, probably. Liverpool is up front, so Liverpool is over there, I think. So I don't think this is Liverpool we're seeing here. That's Liverpool. Not sure about this place here. Again, let's see the map. Maybe it helps you. So Liverpool is over
Legend 5 Delta.
there,
Contact East
so
Midlands
on our right
approach
side.
134.18. Contact East Midlands approach 134.18. Legend
Alright,
5
we are
Delta.
coming over to
Right,
Mercy,
level
so
5
Liverpool
Yankee
is
Alpha.
right here.
Descend to flight level 100.
Get this out of the way. This is Liverpool. We could probably see Liverpool's airport. It's down by the river. I think somewhere over here, the airport. Clouds. Probably won't see it. Alright, let's see. Now, we are supposed to
London Control, Easy 3058, flight level 359.
get vectors now. So, coming in on
London Control,
flight level
radar contact.
100. Bringing my checklist up so I don't miss anything. We're expecting vectors now, hopefully.
London Control, Channel 881 Echo, good evening, flight level 359.
Because we need to get here and we need
Channel
to turn
881 Echo,
to get there.
London Control, radar contact.
And I honestly need not to interfere with this.
Contact
Let's go to Manchester Director now.
Contact Manchester Director 121.355, Chanex 432 Juliet. Manchester Director, Chanex 432 Juliet, flight level 097 with the numbers.
Chanex 432 Juliet, Manchester Director.
QNH 1015. Yeah, radar vectors, that's what we need.
QNH 1015, expect radar vectors via LS runway 23 right, Chanex 432 Juliet.
Alright, let's turn these on for now. We're gonna go for auto brake low. So let's calculate our landing. So 147, we got low, expecting factored landing distance 2,717 feet. That's pretty okay.
Chanex 432 Juliet, leave Missy heading 085, expect radar vectors via LS runway 23 right.
Leave Missy heading 085, expect radar vectors via LS runway 23 right, Chanex 432 Juliet.
Let's stay on it for now because we need to leave Mercy at 085. We're still not clear to go below 7,000 feet, but we probably will. A little cloudy, as it usually is in UK, right? Nothing new there.
Chanex 432 Juliet, turn right, heading 080, vectors for the approach.
Turn right, heading 080, Chanex 432 Juliet.
He said 085, but okay. So radar vectoring is pretty standard for some airports, especially due to heavy traffic, obstacles. Having a published approach may not be an option.
Descend to flight level 060, Chanex 432 Juliet.
Doesn't want to go. Then we'll go manual. So the runway is right there, and we need to go up front and then turn right to intercept the ILS. I just hope it doesn't make me turn too tight. We can help the plane decelerate a little bit by inserting flaps or making the plane a little dirtier to make it decelerate better. Speed check flaps 1. Although we're above these two orange lines, which indicate the optimum flap drop mode if you want, we can do it. We're below the overspeed buffet. Coming up on Drexyland, Manchester. So let's go here for the ILS. Runway 23 right, so we are somewhere here and we need to turn right to intercept at some point. Just confirming 23 right, it is confirmed. Turn on track IR again so I can move my head. Sorry about that. Airport is somewhere over there to our right. See if we can see anything. Don't worry, we'll get there. Nice, Trexie. Well, you can come outside and wave me. Sincerely hope the vectors don't make me turn too tightly, because I would hate that. But it will tell me to turn probably after this plane here. So that'll give us a good time to go forth. We're still at flight level 060 as requested or mandated, depending on your point of view. So I believe this is Manchester. At least it looks like a big city up. Look at that. If it's not the city of Manchester, it's quite huge. Ah, maybe this is it. I don't know, Drexy, did I go over your house? There's a lot of traffic below. Road traffic, that is. Stockport, alright. So that's Stockport, and that's Manchester then? To get that right? I don't see Manchester United Stadium. Just kidding. Yeah, that's Manchester then. It's quite big. Never been to London, but not Manchester, unfortunately. But I do like Manchester City Football Club. Still waiting for my turn.
Juliet, descend to 5,000 feet, QNH 1015.
Descend to 5,000 feet, QNH 1015, Chanix 432 Juliet.
1,000 feet is enough.
Chanix 432 Juliet, increase speed 240 knots.
Increase speed 240 knots.
I cannot.
Chanix 432
Unable.
Juliet.
Unable.
Channel 432 Juliet, turn right, heading 140, descend to 4,000 feet.
Turn right, heading 140, descend to 4,000 feet, Channel 432 Juliet.
QNH set local 1015.
Contact Manchester Tower 118.63, good day.
Contact Tower 118.63, runway 21 Juliet, Quebec.
105, cross-checked.
Channel 432 Juliet, 4 miles from CF23R, turn right, heading 195, maintain 3,500 feet until established, cleared ILS runway 23 right.
Turn right, heading 195, 3,500 feet until established, cleared ILS runway 23 right, Channel 432 Juliet.
Channel 432 Juliet, minimum approach speed.
Minimum approach speed, Channel 432 Juliet.
A lot of requests here, right? Okay, 145. Let's turn on the approach. There's our runway there. We're going to land on the right one.
2,500.
2,500 check. We need a little less speed.
Channel 432 Juliet, contact Manchester Tower 18.63.
Over to Tower 18.63, Channel 432 Juliet. Manchester Tower, Channel 432 Juliet, ILS runway 23 right.
Channel 432 Juliet.
Speed check flaps
Tower, wind 140 degrees, 2 knots, runway 23 right cleared to land.
Runway 23 right cleared to land, Channel 432 Juliet.
Liner 21 Juliet, Quebec, wind 140 degrees, 2 knots, runway 23 right cleared to land.
Runway 23 right cleared to land, liner 21 Juliet, Quebec.
There's a plane up ahead. I hope we can clear it, allow it to land and then land on our own. Speed check flaps 3. Just need to decel the plane, let it flow. Landing checklist. EFIS as required, landing terrain, turn it on, co-pilot, external lights, all nose wheel lights set for takeoff, auto brakes set low, flaps, landing, ECAM, landing, still need to approach phase. Why aren't we on the approach phase? We are on the approach phase. Oh, there it is, spoilers armed. Out of the way. Landing status. Landing ECAM no blue. Approach checklist complete. Still got a plane up ahead landing, so let's not commit to the landing yet. Although we are cleared to land, another plane is ahead also landing, so this is always a weird thing from beyond ATC, clearing us to land when there's another plane landing ahead. That needs to be a little better, a little tweaking. So we are going to land.
21 Juliet, Quebec. Exit next available taxiway.
Exit next available taxiway. Ryan 21 Juliet.
So that Ryanair just touched down. We're waiting for it to also vacate, and once it does, we'll commit to the landing. Come on, Ryanair, get up.
921 Juliet, Quebec. Monitor ground 121
There we go. Autopilot off.
Ground 121.855.
Approaching 23 right.
23 right confirmed. Wind is calm.
$400.
400 check.
$100 above.
Check.
Minimum
Continue.
100.
Hello.
50. 40. 30. 20. Retard. 10. Retard.
Touchdown. Auto brake set. Reverse. Roll out. Auto brake off.
Auto brake off.
Channel 432 Juliet. Exit next available taxiway.
Idle.
Exit next available taxiway. Channel 432 Juliet.
Stick the high-speed exit. Remember to push the freaking button here. When we exit procedures. Start AP here.
Channel 432 Juliet. Contact ground 121.855.
Ground 121.855, Channel 432 Juliet.
Welcome to Manchester.
Channel 432 Juliet, request taxi to allocated gate.
Channel 432 Juliet, taxi to stand 305 via Alpha Echo, Alpha Foxtrot, Alpha Bravo, Delta, November Delta.
Taxi to stand 305 via Alpha Echo, Alpha Foxtrot, Alpha Bravo, Delta,
So we just
November
landed
Delta, Channel 432 Juliet.
23 right. We just got out on the high speed here. We're going through Alpha Echo where we are right now, then Alpha Fox here, Alpha Bravo. Alright, for now that's enough. We got APU available. APU lead. Single engine taxi in, so engine 1 off. Is this thing on? It is. Right after landing checklist. Landing lights off, nose wheel light to take to taxi, flaps are up, spoilers retracted and disarmed, predictive wind shear and weather radar set both off, TCAS to off. Worse than, oh my god. terrain off, APU is on, wing and TI is not required, engine TI is not required, APU bleed is on. After landing checklist complete. Right, after Bravo, we need to go through Delta. So, right here, Delta, then November, Delta. Delta, Delta. Alright, we'll figure it out. So, this is not it, this is Alpha. Continue on Bravo. And now our turn is here through Delta. Because I don't know where that November Delta is. I know where Delta is. This is the next taxiway to the left. So Delta, we are right on Delta now. There's Delta 2. There's a Radisson Hotel right there. Sun Express, Jet2, there's a 737 right there, and there's a silver 737, not bad. Continue on Delta, so I just need to know where November Delta is. I think it's the next one, not this one, this is Delta 5. Next turn probably. Yep, November Delta right there. And then it should be the gates right in front after November Delta. So this is our turn here. November Delta 1. There it is, at November Delta. Red lights are off, nice. Should be one of these gates up front. I think it's this one here. We'll see. Okay, stand 305. No jetway. 305, that's it. So no jetway on this gate. It's the only gate without a jetway, which is weird. Fine by me. Company jet here, waiting for that VDGS to turn on. Safe dock or whatever. I wonder if let me guess. Yep, there it is. GSX is just, it does these things sometimes. So 305, wrong terminal. 305. No safe talk. Nope. Just mentions, whatever. There it is. Let's go in. So we got marshaller there. For some reason this gate doesn't even have a safe dock. Come on. Right turn. I just stopped when you told me so. Don't give me a hard time. Engine off, parking brake set. And we're good to go. So let's request deboarding. GSX, cooperate. Here, it's not gonna work, is it? Oh well. Welcome to Manchester. GSX is not cooperating. Alright, now it is. Still no GPU. Chocks are on. There's a GPU. APU bleed off. There's the memory capacity being exceeded.
50 via Alpha Foxtrot, Alpha Bravo Kilo Juliet Golf.
Stairs are connected.
To stand 50 via Alpha Foxtrot, Alpha Bravo Kilo Juliet Golf. Blue Max 7 Mike.
Parking checklist, parking brakes set, nav aids to off.
Passengers bus is coming.
Constrained at arc 10, done. Flight directors 1 and 2 off. ND arc 10, NTI's off. Engine master switches to off. Fuel pumps to off. Done. Beacon is off. Seatbelt signs to off. External power is on. Transponder set off. And cockpit door to open. Oh, there's the a little hiccups on the graphics department. Yeah, this plane is a little too heavy. Alright guys, welcome to Manchester. Quite a good flight out of Gran Canária. This is our little plane here. I bet we can see Drexy on boarding. Deboarding.
The boarding starting.
Let's see which one is Drexy. Guys, if you like what you saw, please leave a like, subscribe. There's also a link in the description to donate if you feel like it. As I always say, all money sent will be reinvested in further new add-ons, sceneries and aircraft. I really appreciate your company. It's been really cool to fly to this iconic airport out of Gran Canária. Quite a sunny destination. Not as sunny in, so actually pretty cloudy in the UK. Oh no, the weather just cleared. Oh my, weather just cleared, but yeah. Don't mind the low FPS. Sometimes this drops a little low. It's because of the aircraft mostly. Has a little optimization issues. But yeah, we got here safe and sound. The flight was very uneventful. Not sure why we were assigned to this gate that doesn't even have an active safe dock, but whatever. Here we are. We arrived safe and sound. And I don't know. Give me a suggestion where you would like me to go next. Out of Manchester, of course. Thank you so much for coming. I hope to see you next time. And I'll just leave you with my little music playing in the background. I know some guys like it, some don't. I do. I like it. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you, Drexy. Thank you, Dinesh, for coming. See you next time. Bye.
Through the clouds I reach so high, climbing up to touch the light. Adventure calls me day and night. The wind, it sings a melody, guiding where I long to be. I'll spread my wings and chase the sun. No limits when the dreams begun. The world below fades out of sight as I soar into the light. The stars above begin to shine, painting trails so bright and fine. Every turn brings something new, endless skies in brilliant blue. The wind, it sings a melody, guiding where I long to be. I'll spread my wings and chase the sun. No limits when the dreams begun. The world below fades out of sight as I soar into the light. I'll spread my wings and chase the sun. No limits.
Passengers bus is coming.
The world below fades out of sight as I soar into the